Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you the campaign we ran that generated over 800 leads in just 9 days for one of our clients. So inside here, as you can see, it is a tattoo mega giveaway, and between the dates of the 19th and the 28th, so 9 days, it did 803 new contact details for 18p each, and he only spent £150. Now if you think that's expensive, just wait until the end and I'll show you how this all worked out for him. So if we just come inside here, we'll edit this, and I'll show you the advert. It's very, very simple. So if we scroll down, what you want to do is you just want to set up your location targeting. So we always do 50 kilometers around from where the studio or the tattoo artist is based, and this is because that's how far I think somebody would travel if they actually won. So it'd be a quick train journey, all that sort of good stuff. And then just in the ad itself, it's very simple. So you've got I'll enlarge this for us so it's a bit bigger and move me out of the way. So you've just got very, very simple, tattoo mega giveaway is the image, first prize, second prize and third prize. Again, the copy just reiterates it's a tattoo mega giveaway with the prizes, and then it says tap learn more to enter. So if we come out of here and we scroll down, as you can see, just one bit of copy, one headline, and one description, because we don't want our budget being spread too thin, especially if you're only doing £10 a day or £15 a day or something like that. So we go down here, this is the lead ad form. So we duplicate this and we just put it as the intro. So this is what people see when they click the learn more button. This is what pops up. So here you've got a greeting. We're just going to use the image from the ad, so the same image as the background. The greeting is just the headline, nice and big, which just reiterates the offer and the giveaway. Paragraph, all I do for the paragraph is just include the prizes, don't miss out, tap the button to enter for free. And then if we go on to the questions, the first question I ask is, will you be willing to travel to Merseyside or wherever the location is of the artist or the studio, just because then it kind of kicks out any unqualified leads and we know these people are actually willing to come to us. So then if we scroll down here, the next thing we ask is just for the first name, last name, email and the phone number. So this is how we collect the contact details, and then once they've submitted that, you need a privacy policy, and I just put the title as terms and conditions. You need a little bit of text here which just says, according to the law, we agree to use this data according to our privacy policy. So it's just to stay compliant, stay legal, so we don't get in trouble, and this actually allows us to remarket to these people down the line for pennies. And then if we click on ending, all it is you're in, good luck, we've collected their contact details by now, and all this little button says is tap below to visit the portfolio. So all this will do is just send them over to his Instagram. Now once these leads have opted in, they get entered into a CRM here. So if I come into the giveaway, as you can see, so I've got the winners, and I've also got the tattoo mega giveaway. So as soon as people collect in there, entering that contact information, they'll come in through this form here. We'll scroll down, and they'll get sent an email which just says, congratulations, you've entered the giveaway, and then it will wait until the giveaway date. It will then send another email which then announces the winners, and this email gets sent to all the losers, because if I come out here, as you can see, we've got the winners emails here. So these are all the winners which we've taken out, so all the prize winners. And then if we go back, because they all get their separate emails, such as, you won the first prize, you won second prize or third prize. But then if we scroll down here to the giveaway, and then I'll take you to this last email here. This says, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say you didn't win, however, here's 20% off any tattoo. And it's the same thing for the SMS. So this gets sent out to over 800 people who entered, and apart from the 3 people who actually got the prizes. And then if I come into this little thing called the opportunities pipeline here, as you can see, £1,000 tattoo mega giveaway, 765 people in this column, because these are all the people who entered. And when the people lost and they got that SMS which says, sorry you lost but here's 20% off, this got sent to all of these people. And as you can see, 765 people just chose to ignore that. But if we come across here, as you can see, 31 people actually replied to that. They requested a tattoo, an inquiry, and said, this is what I'd like to get for 20% off. One person replied to the email. You don't really see a lot of people replying to email, but we always have that there just in case that's somebody's preferred method of communication. And so 31 here. So this artist, he was doing average of day sessions for 350. So if I get the calculator open, And if he was doing 350 sessions, oh, this is, it's not letting me bring it down for some reason. But if I do it on the calculator on here, I must say 350, and how much was it? It was 31 times 31. So that's a potential of £10,000 he's added to his pipeline. All of the ad spend of all of the ad spend of £100, I think it was. There we go, £141. So yeah, things actually paid off for this ad. And let's say if they didn't, 31 people didn't book in. So let's say he had 4 people book in, just on the really, really low end of the spectrum. If we come out of there and we do 350 and we times it by 4, that's still £1,400 he added to his pipeline. And again, he's only spent £141. So that's pretty much it, guys. So the giveaways do end up paying for themselves. I know that even covered the cost of his prize, which was 1,000. His ad spend was 1,441. Sorry, 1,041. So yeah, that covered his ad spend. It covered his prize amount. He made, I think, even on the low spend here, it was £300 in profit. But if we come out of here, the real opportunity and real winner of this whole campaign is that he now has 800 contacts he can now, send an SMS blast to, send an email, all for pennies really. So it will cost like £50 to send a discount code to all these people. So what I just tend to do then is you can just remark it for free. But yeah, that's it guys. If you need any help setting this up, just please let me know. Send me an email, send me a text, you've got my number. And yeah, I'm looking forward to speaking to you. So you just watched a video of me doing a breakdown of a giveaway that we set up for one of our clients and how beneficial it was for him. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do the exact same thing in terms of setting up your lead ad, your Facebook ad, your automations, all that good stuff. So let's get straight into it. So we're over on Facebook now, and this is the exact ad that we set up for the giveaway. So here's the ad copy, tattoo giveaway alert. I say ready for some fresh ink. I've got an exciting opportunity just for you with 3 fantastic prizes up for grabs, worth a total of £1,000. First, full day session worth £600. Second, half day session worth £300. Third, £100 off any tattoo. Say the winners will be announced on the 31st of October. Good luck. Say don't miss out, enter for free by simply tapping learn more and being with your chance to win. So let's break down the ad copy a little bit more, and at the top here we've got a big bold headline and it's all capitalized and it says tattoo giveaway alert. And if somebody looks at that and somebody reads that, they're going to know exactly what our ad is and it stands out. And then underneath we've got an open-ended question, so it says ready for some fresh ink, and if somebody says yes, then they're probably going to keep reading. So it says, I've got an exciting opportunity just for you, with 3 fantastic prizes up for grabs, worth a total of £1,000. So we're getting the max prize total at the top here, so people will see £1,000 and be like, wow. Then just underneath here, you've got the prizes. So you've got your first, your second, and your third, all broken up into one line each, and you don't need to overcomplicate your ad copy in a giveaway. Because if somebody sees a giveaway, they're probably going to be like, okay, I need to enter and I'm going to win something. So yeah, you don't need to overcomplicate copy. And then that's just why I like to break them up like this. And then I like to use an emoji for each line, so it just makes it look a bit nicer, it stands out, gives it a bit of colour, like a bit of a pop. So you've got your first prize, which is a trophy, second is a medal, and third is the bronze medal. And even if you're just doing a one prize giveaway, I'd recommend putting it on its own line, put an emoji at the start, just make sure that it stands out. And then underneath there, we've got the winners will be announced on the 31st of October. Good luck. So we're letting people know when the competition is going to end. So it's just a bit of scarcity, which goes, oh my God, I need to enter before then. And then right at the bottom on the last line, we've got more scarcity. So it says, don't miss out. Enter for free by simply tapping learn more and being with your chance to win. Then underneath here, we've got the image, and we just ran one image for this giveaway. Because as I said, people know what a giveaway is. It's very simple, so all we did was tattoo mega giveaway. If somebody sees that on the feed, we're going to be like, oh my God, I need to enter. And then you got your first prize, your second prize, and your third prize, and then a button here that says tap here to enter. So people can either click that learn more button there, or they can click the big button here. And then just underneath here, we've got our headline and our description. So again, reiterating what the offer is. So it's a £1,000 tattoo mega giveaway, and then the description underneath says, don't miss out, enter for free now. And if somebody actually goes ahead and clicks on the ad, this is the lead ad that we set up. So here's the introduction, and then just one question. So do you live, would you be willing to travel to Merseyside? So if I click yes, it'll ask me for my contact information. And then I'll go ahead, fill that in, and then I've entered the giveaway. So if we scroll down, look at all this social proof here. So we've almost got 90 likes on here, we've got 61 comments and 16 shares. And this is really good for the ad. Because of all those likes, the comments and the shares, it's telling Facebook that people are engaging with your advert and your post, so it's going to help boost that post up the algorithm. And if we scroll down here, look at all these comments here. It's got brilliant, fantastic, amazing prizes, all that sort of stuff. And this is really good because, again, it shows Facebook that people are engaging with your ad and it's a good ad. So we're going to head over into his ad account now so I can actually show you the metrics of what this actually brought in and all that kind of good stuff there. So let's just click up here and let's dive into this. So as you can see, we have 4 ads here, and the reason for that is because we were testing 4 different ad sets with different interests. However, Broad was the winner and that did the majority of our leads, so when we set up the giveaway on your end, guys, we're just going to be doing one ad set with one ad. So if we go back into the ads now, as you can see, we did 803 leads. We scroll across, it was 18p a lead, and then it was £141 spent on this entire campaign and this giveaway. And if we scroll across, we can see the clicks that it generated. So keep going. Here you're looking for your link clicks here. So we did 1,262 for 11p a click, and the click-through rate was actually 3.5%. And with adverts, like I say, anything over 1% is really good. So the fact that we got 3.5 is incredible, and the reason why it's that high is definitely because it was a giveaway. Now, if we keep going over here, you can see all your other clicks, and this is pretty much anybody who might have clicked like, share, or they commented. But as I said, the main ones that you're looking for is the link clicks here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch into the dummy account and the dummy ad account, and I'm going to show you how to set this up step by step. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're inside the dummy account now, and I'm just going to do a live step by step of exactly how to do this. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on the green create button up here, and we're going to click on leads and click continue. Then we're going to click on manual leads campaign, click continue, and that will take us to our ad editor. So at the top here, what we're going to name this is giveaway. We're going to scroll down. There's not really much you have to change within the campaign level, so we're going to keep that how it is. We're going to go into the ad set. Again, I'm going to call this giveaway image. Then instant form is selected, so that's what we want. We want to make sure that you've got the right Facebook page selected, maximize number of leads. We're going to keep scrolling down, don't do anything here. We're going to leave dynamic creative switched off for this because we're just going to use one image, one bit of ad copy, one headline. And then for your daily budget, you can do whatever you'd like. I'd recommend starting at £10 a day because we saw good results doing that. And I'm just going to keep scrolling down. So what I'm going to do, say £10 a day. There we go. So we're going to keep scrolling down here. And then for your location, so say if my studio is in Manchester, I'm just going to type in Manchester, so Greater Manchester there. And then, so that's a good audience size, so 1.3 million minimum. And what you can do, as I said, guys, if you want to get more kind of precise with your location, or if you know what street your studio's on, then what you can do is you can actually drop your pin. So if I want to do that in the middle of Manchester, I'll click drop pin, put it in there, and then, as I said, probably put that down a little bit, or I would actually increase this. And that should give us, so I'd say that's a good audience size for a giveaway. So 1.4 million to 1.6 million. And if we scroll down now, we've got show more options. So minimum age, you can keep that at 18 because, as I say, you have to be 18 to get tattooed, and it's a giveaway, so that's completely fine. And then for exclude for custom audiences, I'm going to show you how to do that later on, just because we need to set up the lead ad first. So where it comes to your targeting, what I would suggest is just leaving this completely broad and just letting Facebook do the heavy lifting for you. However, you don't really want to be targeting and, tattooing people who are over 65 plus. So I would edit that, I would click on here, and I would bring this down to maybe about 55. And that will still give us a good audience size of 1 million to 1.2 million for this giveaway. And for genders, leave that how it is. Detailed targeting, I'm going to leave that how it is. And then you've got your placements down here, and we want to show this both on Instagram and Facebook, so we're not even going to touch this, and we're going to move on now to the ad itself. So we're going to scroll down. You want to make sure your right Facebook page is selected, so it's the Instagram account. You want to make sure multi-advertiser ads is switched off. We're going to keep going down, and then for your form here, we're going to come back to that. We're going to leave both of these unticked, and then add creative. So we're going to set up creative, and we're going to be using an image ad, so we're going to be doing that. And then I'm going to upload, go onto documents, and upload the giveaway image. So I'm just going to use the same image that I used for the client's giveaway. So I'm going to click next on there. And then for enable flexible media, you want that ticked on. you want to turn this to original, and you also want to put that on original as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click next, and then this is the add copy. So for the add copy, I'm just going to take what we did for the client. So I'm just going to copy this, but we'll break this down in a little bit more. So I'll take that, and then we're going to take the headline as well, put that in there, and then we'll take the description. So we're going to keep scrolling all the way down. There it is, don't miss out, enter for free now, put that in there. And then for the call to action, what we're going to do is we're going to click on there, I'm going to click on learn more, and then we're going to click next, and you'll get these enhancements here. So what I recommend doing for this is I would turn on the overlays. I would, let me just see what this is. I would turn on visual touch-ups. The text improvements, I would leave that off. And the reason for that is because it can put your headline where your main bit of copy is, and it just doesn't look nice. For image animations, I would also leave that switched off as well. And then just want to make sure this is correct. Yeah, so visual touch-ups and overlays, so that's absolutely fine. Then you want to have a look at this other active enhancements as well, and this is just music, and I don't really like music on my ads, so I'll switch that off. But it's completely up to you. If you want to have music on there, you can, but as I say, I always switch it off. And then I'm going to click done on here, and that is our ad made. So you can see the preview of the ad here, and when you're making your image for the advert, I would definitely recommend, big bold text here, so tattoo giveaway or tattoo mega giveaway. Then your first prize. If you want to do multiple prizes, you can do first, second, and third. However, you could just do tattoo mega giveaway and then your main prize in the middle. And then I'd always recommend having a little CTA button here because it improves click-through rate. So I'd do tap here to enter. So that's how you can set up your image. Then if we scroll down, we've got the copy. So let's just get into that. As I said, we've already broken this down, and this is absolutely fine. So maybe you're just doing maybe you'd like to do 30% off, 20% off, 10% off for like your first, second, and third prizes. Or you could just do a major prize. So all you could do is so let's just do this together. So tattoo mega giveaway, ready some fresh ink. I've got an exciting opportunity just for you with a fantastic prize up for grabs. You can win a full-day session. Full-day session worth £600. And the winner will be announced on the 31st of, and then just do whatever your date is, and just put good luck. And then I'd keep the little CTA at the bottom here the same because you've got your scarcity, so don't miss out. Enter for free by simply tapping the learn more and being with your chance to win. And then it says headline here, so what you could do, just you could do £600 tattoo mega giveaway. And then I say, because it's just for one prize, you could just do one prize here. So, tattoo mega giveaway or tattoo giveaway, here's the prize, £600. And then if we scroll down here, you got your description. So it says, don't miss out, enter for free now. This is absolutely fine, no matter if it's just for a single prize or if it's for multiple prizes. So I just leave that how it is. And then I say you've got your call to action button, which is learn more. So that is everything set up on the ad side. So what we're going to do now is we are going to travel up to the lead ad thing. We're going to click on create form, and then we're going to create our giveaway form. So the first thing we're going to go do is go up to the settings. I'm going to click open and change the language to wherever you are. So in my case, it's for UK, and click done. And then for your title up here, what we're going to name this is £600 giveaway. We're going to leave it at more volume, flexible form delivery. I'm going to click manual. Background image can be removed. I'm going to untick that. Greeting can be skipped or shown in a different location. I'm going to untick that just because it's a giveaway. Questions and contact information can be reordered. Nope. Optional questions can be skipped or shown at the end of the form. Nope. So untick all of those, and then we're going to move on to the intro section. And for the intro, we're just going to basically copy what we did for the client. So I'm going to come back into here. I'm going to find his ad, his lead ad. It's all the way down here. There we go. So we're going to duplicate that. I'm going to get the intro, and then what we're going to do here is, so we've got the headline. We're going to copy that over here. So obviously just replace this £1,000 with your offer for your giveaway. So I would do win big, £600 tattoo mega giveaway, and then we're going to copy this. And because this offer or this giveaway is just for a full day session, we're just going to get rid of these. And so I'm excited about my biggest giveaway yet. I'm going to do an incredible prize. An incredible prize is up for grabs. A full day session worth £600. Don't miss out. Tap below to enter in just a few easy steps. It's quick, simple, and completely free. So that's a really good intro. And what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the questions. And with the questions here, we're going to make it so, we're going to come back in here, and the first question is, can you travel if you win? So we're going to copy this, and we're going to come back in here, add a question, multiple choice, I'm going to paste that in there. So can you travel to, let's say, put this as your location, so for me it's going to be Manchester, for your tattoo if you won, and then we can have a look how that looks there. Do you live or would you be willing to travel to Manchester for your tattoo if you won? And then we're going to do yes, and then we do no, please exit this page. Because again, if people aren't willing to travel to Manchester, we don't want them to enter the giveaway, there's just no point. Now we're going to add a second question, and this is to further qualify these leads, because when it comes time to retarget the losers, we want to make sure that they have a tattoo in mind, and they're not just entering this giveaway just for the sake of entering a giveaway. So we're going to add a question, we're going to click on short answer, and then in this short little box here, what we're going to do is describe the tattoo you would love to get if you won the giveaway. There we go. And if we come across here, it should be there. So this way, to enter the giveaway, they need to be able to travel to Manchester, and they also need to describe the tattoo that they have in mind. And this way, if somebody enters, you know, when it comes time to retarget and say, you lost, unfortunately, but here's 20% off, we know this person wants to get a tattoo, and they already have one in mind. So now let's go down to the contact info. And I'm just going to come down here, I'm just going to copy that, and we'll paste that in here. And all this says is simply enter the info below to enter. Make sure to double check, as I will be sending your entry confirmation via email, and I'll show you how to do that via the automations. And then what we want to do is get rid of full name, first name, surname, and then we're going to add phone number as well. So contact fields, we'll do phone number, and then we're going to come up here, first name there, surname, and email and phone number in that order. So this is absolutely fine. And then now we're going to head over to the privacy policy. So we're going to click on next, and I'm going to come on here. I'm just going to copy this, and again, just replace it with your information. So I would do harry-tattoo.com privacy policy. And that's fine because that's changed. As I said, I like to type this in here so I know it's there. So I'll do view Harry Tattoo's privacy policy. We need a custom disclaimer, so add a custom disclaimer. Come here. I'm just going to copy this. Again, I'm going to give you all this info so you guys can just copy and paste this yourselves as well. So Harry Tattoo, and then we'll take that as well. Paste that in there. Give it a space. By submitting the form, you agree to be contacted by Harry Tattoo by telephone, email, and SMS according to our privacy policy. This will receive a confirmation of your email, the entry, relevant information, and other money-saving offers. So this basically means we can remarket to these people in the future. So we're going to click on Add New Consent now. Take this one, put it here, change that to Harry Tattoo, and there we go. So we've got our privacy policy now, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click on Next, and then up here, we've got our message for the lead. So the ending, what we're going to do is just going to copy this. So you're in, good luck, and then copy this, and this says winners will be announced on the October 31st. So again, just make sure that this date is different to you. I'm just going to keep this how it is. Via Instagram, actually I will change this to, what month are we in? January, February, March, April. So I'll change this to May 1st. Via Instagram, Facebook, and email, so keep an eye out. So what we're going to do now is, and the reason why we say Instagram and Facebook is because it's good to post an actual organic post of the winners and of the giveaway, as it just can help boost engagement again. Then it would come down here, it says, in the meantime, want to see what you could win? Check out my portfolio on Instagram by simply tapping below. Good luck. And then this link here is, all it is the Instagram link to your profile. So we'll do that, and then I'll change that to Tattoo. So then when somebody clicks on this, they'll go straight to my Instagram, and you might get a few followers off that as well. So I'm just going to add view portfolio, put that here so that it makes sense, and there we go. So now we're going to click on create form, and just like that, we now have a giveaway form that we can set up in high level, and we can start all the automations. So let's get into high level now. However, the last step that we need to do now is excluding anybody who has entered this giveaway to stop seeing the ad, as we don't need them to actually see the ad anymore because we have their contact details. So what we're going to do is we're going to come onto audiences here. You're going to make sure that you've got the right ad account selected up there. We're going to click on create audience, custom audience, and then we're going to go on lead form there, so click next. And then we're going to find the Facebook page that we're running out of, which is Harry Tattoo. I'm going to change the events up here to anyone who opened and submitted the form. So this is anybody who's opened and submitted the giveaway, so they've entered. And then we'll do the lead form here. You want to select the one we've just made, so the £600 giveaway. Audience retention, you can just leave this at 90 days, that's absolutely fine. And audience name here, I'll just name this £600 giveaway, and I'll do 90 days. Okay, and then click on create audience there, and then done. And then what you want to do, you want to go back into your campaigns, click on the giveaway, go to the ad set level here. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, and then where is it? So underneath locations here, you'll have show more options, so click that. And then we're going to exclude a custom audience, so we're going to click on that as well. And then here we go, there's the £600 giveaway, and we're going to click on that. So this now means that anybody who submits and enters this giveaway, because they've been excluded in here, they're not going to see this advert again, which means we can make the most return on our ad spend and not show it to people who they've already entered and all that good stuff. So now we've done all that, what you can go ahead and do, you can click publish on your ad, you can send it into review. Now let's head over into high level and set up all the automations. So we're inside high level now, and the first thing that we need to do is come down to settings here. We need to scroll down, we need to go to custom fields, I'm going to go to folders, I'm going to make a new folder, I'm going to name this giveaway, and I would name this what your giveaway is. So in my case it's £600 giveaway. Select object, leave that as contact, I'm going to save that there. And then what we're going to do for the giveaway here, we're going to go into there, we're going to add a new field, and then we need to add a drop down single, so we're going to click next on there, and then we're going to go back into the ad, we're going to get this question. Remember, this all needs to be word for word, and I'm going to put a G in front of that for giveaway, and then dash, and then the question. And then for the answer, you want to come back over here, and let's do yes. Probably could have typed yes in, and then no, please exit this page. So then that'll be our first one done. So we're going to click save on there, and then we're going to add another field, multi-line up here, click next, go across, get our question. So we're going to copy that. We're going to put a G in front of this, G dash, and then paste our question and leave this how it is. Then we're going to click save. So that's done there. And then what we need to do is go on to integrations here. And then we're going to go on Facebook form field mappings at the top. We're going to find the lead ad that we just created, so the £600 giveaway, map the fields. So do you live? I'm going to scroll down, it's for G, so yeah, so it's that one. Describe the tattoo you'd like to get. So there we go. And then first name, that's right. Last name, we just need to put that as last name. Email and phone, so that's all correct. Click confirm. Now that's set up. Now what we can do, we need to set up the pipeline. So on the left hand side here, we are going to go back. We're going to click on opportunities, and we need to create a pipeline. So pipelines at the top here. Create new pipeline, and we'll do. You want to make it £600 giveaway. So again, just your offer, and then stage name, enter giveaway, add a stage. Then what we can do here, we can do replied to SMS, replied to email, we can do in combo, tattoo booked, tattoo done, and then we can do not interested. Okay, and then we're going to click save on there, so that'll create our new pipeline, which we can then go ahead and use for the automations. So we have a look on the opportunities here, have a look at our £600 giveaway, and there we go. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go on to automations. We are going to create a new folder. I'm going to name this £600 giveaway, click create, go into there and create a workflow, start from scratch. And what we're going to name this up here is giveaway entry submission. Perfect. And then for the trigger, we're going to click on there. You're going to type in Facebook. You're looking for Facebook lead form submitted. Page is, find your page. Mine's Harry Tattoo. Add your filters. Form is, and you're looking for the one we just made. So it's £600 giveaway. Click save, and click save up there. And the next step we need to do is click on the plus, and we're going to type in create opportunity. So we're going to click on that one. And pipeline, we're looking for £600 giveaway. Duplicate opportunity is disabled, that's fine. Add a field, select field, pipeline stage, enter giveaway. So that's all good. And then we're going to create the email. So I'm just going to type in email there. We're going to set up the from name and the from email in the settings afterwards. So for the subject, what we can do is, where are the stars? There we go. And then we do a space, we do your entry, make sure that's capitalized. And we'll do £600 tattoo mega giveaway. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. Get rid of that space there. And then for the message in the actual email, I'm just going to go ahead and get the one that we use for our client. So I'll be back in 1 second. So I've just loaded in the template and it says, hey, first name, congratulations on entering my, so you just need to change this. So I'll do £600 tattoo mega giveaway. I received your entry and you're now in the runnings to win one of my incredible prizes. So you're now in the runnings to win, we can just change that to my incredible prize. If I could spell, which I am struggling to do. So my incredible prize, I received your entry and you're now in the ranks to win my incredible prize. As a reminder, here's what's up for grabs. And then we can do and get rid of these. And we can add the little trophy emoji. So we can do a full day session worth £600. We can get rid of these. I received your entry and you're now in the runnings to win my incredible prize. As a reminder, here's what's up for grabs. We do a full day session worth £600. So the winners will be announced on October. So mine was May 1st via Instagram, Facebook, and email. And what we can also do is, yeah, that's fine, an email, so keep an eye out. Want to see what you could win? Check out my portfolio on Instagram by simply tapping below. So again, this is just another thing of getting people to go over to your Instagram. So I'm just going to grab the Instagram link, get that, and just paste that in there. And I'm going to put that on its own separate line. Scroll to the bottom, good luck, and then just put your name. So Harry, and then I'm going to save that action there. So this is our entry email. So do email, entry, and then click save there. And then we need to set up the wait step so that the next email and the SMS will go out when it's actually the 1st of May. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the plus here. We're going to type in set event and set event start date. Click on there and you type here. We're going to click on that. Specific date and time. Select the date and just pick the date when your giveaway ends. So mine is May. And I'm going to come down here, switch that PM, and I'm also going to change this to 7. And sometimes it might be a bit fiddly, so you need to come out of here, click back on it, and then go on here again, and you should be able to change it. But I'm having some technical difficulties, so we'll try again, come out of there, highlight both of those numbers, then press 7. There we go, so that worked. So now we're going to name this is wait till 1st of May, and then we'll do 7 PM, and then we're going to save the action there, just make sure that's correct. So yeah, 1st of May, 7 PM, save action, and then you need to add a normal wait step. So we're going to type in wait, click on that, and then where it says wait for, we're going to click on here, we do event/appointment time, and then we're going to do after, and then what we're going to do here is just 1 minute after. So this means the next email is going to be sent out at 1 minute past 7. And then that's fine, so leave this how it is. Click save action and click save. Now we need to set up the loser's email. So we're going to click plus on here, we're going to type in email, and so subject, we can add the party face, even though it's a little bit sad. £600 tattoo giveaway winners. Okay, and then for the body, I'm just going to copy the template that we use for the client, so I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so I've just pasted that in now, and it says, hey, so we need to add the first name tag, so custom values, contact, first name. So, hey, first name, the winners of my, I'm going to just change this out to your offer, £600 mega giveaway has been announced over on my Facebook and Instagram. So this is where you need to actually, get a post up and just say, these are the winners. But because this is just for one, I'm just going to get rid of this. So the winner of my £600, blah, blah, blah. And I say, I'm sorry to say you didn't win. You didn't. I'm sorry to say, put unfortunately, if I can spell that. Nope. Unfortunately, you didn't win. Say, however, I do have some good news. I'm giving away a handful of 20% off vouchers for your next tattoo. I do any size, any style. Or if you just do a certain style, maybe you can get rid of this and just do 20% for your next tattoo. I'll just do something like that. And then say, now, these vouchers are on a first come, first served basis, and if you would like to claim one of them, either reply to this email with what you're looking for, or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook with the message TAT20, because it's for 20% off, but this code can be anything you like. I'm just going to capitalize that by tapping below. So for Instagram, say just grab your Instagram link and paste that in there. And then for Facebook, just go grab your Facebook page link. Okay, so I've got that. I'm just going to paste that in there. And should be able to delete that actually, and I just want to make sure that that still works. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it in the browser. Yep, that works. That's absolutely fine. So come off there. So don't miss out. Hopefully talk to you soon. And we're just going to put our name at the bottom there, and click Save Action and save. So that's the loser's email. So on the 1st of May at 7 PM or 1 minute past 7 because of this wait step, so we'll do wait 1 min, the announcement of the giveaway is going to go out and letting all these people know that they've lost, unfortunately. However, because we've said I'm going to give away a handful of 20% off vouchers, first come, first serve, around about, 7 PM on this 1st of May, you should see some DMs come in with TAT20 or people replying to this email trying to claim these vouchers. So yeah. So that's pretty good, and that's how you make your money back on your giveaway. So your giveaway might be for £600, however, you now have all these contacts which you can remarket to, and you've got said, I'm going to give away 20% off vouchers, so you should have quite a few people who come in and actually send you the messages to try and claim these vouchers. So yeah, that's how you can make your money back on the giveaway, make your money back on the ad spend. So now I'm going to show you how to set up the text automation. So we're just going to save that up here. And because you've got a new account on High Level, you're actually limited to how many SMSs you can send per day. So what we need to go ahead and do is we're going to click on this plus, we're going to type in drip, click on the drip action here, and drip mode, that's fine, we'll do drip mode 50 a day, I'll just capitalize that. And then batch size, what we're going to do here, we're going to change that to 50. And then we're going to put this on days, and drip interval is now 1 day. So this means every day it's going to send out 50 texts until it's gone through that entire audience list that have been entered into this giveaway. So we're going to save the action on here, click save up there, and now we're going to set up the SMS. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the little plus, type in SMS, and then I've got a template that I've just done, so I'm going to paste that in here. It says, hey first name, as you might have seen, you didn't win my £600 tattoo giveaway. However, I'd like to offer you 20% off a tattoo with me. To claim this, send me the code TAT20 or your code or whatever to any of my socials by tapping below. I'll just get rid of that. And for your social links, we're going to make a link tree. And the reason for this is because remember, this number is a pay-as-you-go number, and we want to try and reduce the amount of characters that we're using as much as possible. And we're already using 241, so this is possibly going to be 2 segments. So that means it's going to cost you more money to send this. So yeah, we're going to create a link tree together, and I've never done this before, so it's going to be quite interesting, but let's just dive straight into it. So I'm going to open up a new tab up here and type in Linktree. So I'm going to come down here, click in that one, and I'm going to sign up for free because I'm going to guess that's what you have to do. I'm going to sign up with Google because that's what I like doing. I'm just going to pick that one and continue. I've just realised that I just picked my personal email, but I definitely recommend you guys going with the business email that we set up in G Suite. So welcome to Linktree, Linktree username, so I will do Harry-Tattoo. Okay, we don't need that, so okay, so I'll put that as an underscore, there we go, and continue. We'll let that load. And then we'll do business, continue. We'll just do other, I'll just say tattoo, continue. I'm just doing this for fun. And then I'm going to skip that up there because we don't need Linktree Pro, so I'm going to skip that. And we don't need a starter plan, so we're going to get the free plan down here, get started. Select the style we want. Just want something very simple. That looks fine. Start with template. Okay, so we are on Instagram, Facebook, and you can also add your WhatsApp in there as well, so that's good. So we can continue like that. So we're going to add our links. Okay, so I am going to grab the Instagram link, and then I'm going to go back to the automation. So I'm just going to save this, go on email. I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to grab my Facebook link here, go back to Linktree, and then I need to get that weird WhatsApp link. So give me 1 sec and I'm just going to go get that. Okay, so I've added in all my links and then I'll scroll down. There's nothing else down there, so I'm going to click on continue. Let's see what this does. See what this pulls in. Profile, select a profile image. You can probably add your logo here, so I'm going to do that actually. Documents, scroll down. There's my logo. Crop. And upload. Has that worked? Yep, there we go. And then Harry Tattoo, write a little bio about yourself, so you could do where you're based. So I would do Manchester based artist, and then you can add a little bit more, but I'm just going to leave this how it is, and then I'm going to click continue, and there we go. So I think we're good to go here. So how do I get this link now? So continue, and we're inside the account. Your link tree is live, so if I copy that and I click on here, there we go. So we've got Instagram, Facebook and WhatsApp, so that's working as expected. We just want to make sure that these icons are working as well, so I'm just going to actually open that back up. Click on there, and that should take me over to Instagram. Perfect. So that's all working. So now we've got our Linktree link. That was very easy to do. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go back into the automations, and even in the emails here, we'll actually change this to send me a message on any of my socials with the message tag you're looking for. Send me a message on any of my socials, and what we'll do here is just do social link, socials link, socials link, and then we'll put that in there, save the action, come down to the SMS, social links. Did I just do something completely different in here? Was I right? Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. And then we'll save that, and then SMS here, social links, and there we go. So now we've got a link for our Instagram, Facebook, and our WhatsApp all in there. So that's good to go. And then we're just going to save the action in there, save that, and there we go. And now the last step that we're going to do is we're just going to do a wait step. And then we're going to do 60 days just as the buffer. So wait 60 days, and then that is fine. So then there we go. That is our automation all done for the giveaway. And what we need to do now is the settings. Come down here, change your name. So mine is Harry Tattoo, and then from email is harry@harry-tattoo.com. And then that's all good. I'm going to click save up here, go back to the builder, and then I am going to go back to the workflows because we're all done with this. And now we need to set up the automations where if somebody replies to that SMS or if somebody replies to the the email, then we need to make sure that they're just moved out of that workflow and moved across in the pipeline automatically. So let's get into that now. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go into our other workflows because they're the exact same, and we'll go into our offer, and what we're going to do, we're going to copy the email one, so duplicate, and we're going to name this giveaway email reply create, and then we're going to move that across into the folder. So move to folder, go back, and £600 giveaway, move it into there. Then we're going to do the same for the SMS, so get that one, duplicate that, and name this giveaway SMS reply, create that one, click on that, move to folder, move it across, and put it in the giveaway one, and move here. Then we can also copy the not interested one as well, so duplicate, and we name this giveaway not interested, create that, click on that, move to folder, move it across, and £600 giveaway, move it in there, go back into our giveaway folder. So now we've got all our automations and our workflows that we just need to change. So we're going to start off with the email one. So we're going to click up here, and then we're going to leave this trigger how it is. I'm going to click on this one, and then reply to the workflow. I'm going to click on there, you scroll down, and we want giveaway entry submission. So we're going to click on that one, and then we're going to click save trigger, find opportunity. Pipeline is £600 giveaway. Click save. Come down here, then we just need to edit these. So update opportunity, pipeline, £600 giveaway, and not interested on this one because they would have opted out of email marketing. So yeah, they're not interested. So we'll move them into that pipeline, remove from the workflow. So what we're going to do here, get rid of that one, and we're going to find the entry submission, save action, and we're just going to do the exact same for this. So update opportunity, pipeline, £600 giveaway, pipeline stage, and this is going to be replied to email because they've actually replied, and save the action, remove from the workflow, get rid of that one, and we'll do giveaway entry submission, click save, and just like that, that's the email one done. So let's move on to the SMS now. So come out of there, find the SMS reply, click on that one, and then we need to go to the trigger, change that. So reply to workflow, giveaway entry submission, reply channel SMS, so save trigger, find opportunity, pipeline is £600 giveaway, save action, come down here, update opportunity, pipeline is £600 and not interested, and this is because they would have texted stop to opt out of SMS marketing. So we're going to save the action there, remove them from the workflow, giveaway entry submission, save, and same thing for this. So update, pipeline, £600, pipeline stage, and we're going to do reply to SMS and save the action. And there we go, that's the SMS one done. Now we just need to do this one. Not interested, but I'm actually going to change this as well. So I'm going to edit the workflow. So I'm going to rename this to giveaway not interested / in combo. And this one's really easy to change. So we're just going to come up here, and in pipeline, we just need to change that to £600, pipeline stage, and we'll do in combo. So pipeline stage, and do in combo there. Save the trigger, and then we just need to add one more. So we're going to type in pipeline stage changed, and then we do a filter, in pipeline, £600 giveaway, add a filter, and then scroll down, pipeline stage, and not interested. So we'll name this one not interested, and save that trigger. And then the last thing we need to do is just remove from the workflow, click on there, and find the entry submission, and that's it. So we're done. And then save that up there. So whenever you move a contact to that stage of the pipeline, or the not interested stage of the pipeline, then they're going to be removed from that main kind of automation and that workflow that we set up. So now we're going to go back into workflows here, and we just need to switch all of these on because they're all good to go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the lead ad testing tool to just make sure that this is working. So just publish these. And then we're going to make our way over to the lead ad testing tool. So we're on the testing tool page now, and what you need to do is select a page that you're running your ad out of. So that is Harry Tattoo, and then you want to find the form, and as always we're going to preview that form, and what we're going to do is we're going to click yes, describe the tattoo you would like to get. So I would like a rabbit portrait. Switch it up a little bit and just decapitalize that, even though it does not matter at all, so don't need to waste time doing that. So yeah, rabbit portrait, Harry Hodgkinson, that all works. Submit, I agree to the terms and conditions, and submit on there. And now what we're going to do is, so yeah, there's our thank you page. Winners will be announced on May 1st. So we're going to go over here now into our automations. We're going to refresh this page, and there should be one total enrolled here now, and that should be me. So let's have a look when this loads up. I've just got the email through on my phone, so that's all working. So yeah, there we go. So I've been enrolled there, and if we go into here now, I'm going to let this load up, and as you can see, that email's been sent out. There I am. So I'm waiting at this 1 minute step, and if we click on enrollment history at the top, it says next execution on May the 1st at 1 minute past 7 PM. So this is all working correctly, and then when it reaches May the 1st, it's going to send out that next email. However, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push my contact forward, so then we actually get this email and we don't have to wait until May the 3rd. So I'm going to click on here, do this, I just want to make sure that the other emails and the SMSs are all working correctly as well. And then I'm going to click Move Selected Contacts Forward. So move all. And then I'm going to refresh my page up here. Let that load. And scroll down, I should be at that 60-day wait step. Because we've got that 50 a day drip, so that means it's going to let 50 people go through. So now that should all be working as expected. And if I go back to workflows, and I go on my contact here, find me, so I'm going to click on me, and I should now have an email. There we go. And we've also got the SMS, but again, it's failed just because this is the dummy account. So both the emails are there. And then if we scroll down here, you can see the £600 giveaway menu here. Open that up, and it goes yes, and a rabbit portrait. So that is all working as expected. So now I'm going to show you what to do when you pick a winner and how you can take them out of the automation. However, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test the email reply and make sure that that automation is also working. So I'm just going to reply to the email on my phone. So let's do it. So I'm going to send that, and then this should now come in here. So I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page again because I definitely replied. There we go, there's my reply. So if I go into the automations now, we should have one enrolled in the email reply, which we do, so it's active enrolled, and it just has that 1 minute wait step. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually push the contact forward, just so it does this quicker. Move all, and then I'm going to go back. And then if I have a look on my opportunities pipeline, this should be now in the email reply. Perfect. So that's working as expected. And you guys know how to test the SMSs. What you need to do is delete your contact and just go back over to the Facebook lead form and just do all that sort of stuff again. And then when the text comes in, just say hello, and then you should be entered into the automation of the text reply. Then check your opportunities pipeline, and you should then be placed in here. And then we've also got tattoo booked and tattoo done. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this over to in combo, and then that should be one automation. Oh, sorry, I should be added to that other automation. And then if I come all the way over here to not interested, that should put me in the other automation as well. So now we should have 1 and 1 in each. There we go, sorry, 2. Yep, total enrolled 2 because I put it in 2 stages. So there we go. So now I'm going to show you how to pick your winner and all that sort of stuff. So let's get into that. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've added 3 test contacts into here so that it can kind of give an example of what this is going to look like when the giveaway is live and people are entering. So I'm going to click into here. And to pick your winner, what I'd recommend doing is going up to enrollment history up here, putting this to 50, and then this will give you a massive list of everybody who has entered, and you can go on next, previous, you know, do whatever you want. And I would close my eyes and just scroll down the page and just pick anyone at random. And then say I have won, so say I'm going to pick this one here. I would come over here, I would remove the contact from the workflow, and by doing so, it means that they're not going to get the loser email, but you need to keep note of the person's email, the phone number, and the contact who you've just removed, as that's going to be your winner. And I would recommend picking a winner either 1 to 2 days before, so it gives you time to go ahead and make a social post. And what I mean by that is, if we just go over here, so this was the announcement of the giveaway. So as you can see, it says the moment we've all been waiting for, it's time to reveal the 3 lucky winners. So let's dive right into it. So then we've got the first name and the last name up here of all the people who won. I say to everyone else, I've sent a little something your way to thank you for participating, and that is that 20% off code. Say better luck next time, and congratulations once again to our winners. And this just has to be something very simple. For example, if you're just doing one giveaway, so one prize, just do it in the middle there with the first name and last name. But I say this was for 3 prizes, so we got first, second and third. Then if we scroll down here, we have got the comments. And there you go. So well done winners, thanks for the % off. So that person obviously received the code, and that was one of the winners there. So yeah, so that's all you have to do to announce your winners. So I'd make a post like this on your Instagram and on your Facebook as well. And what you need to go ahead and do now is contact the winner at the same time that you post these, just letting them know that they've won, and you've got their contact details, so you've got their email, their phone number. So go ahead, text them, even call them if you'd like, you know, or send them an email, let them know that they've won and that they can come in and claim their prize. And with all that being said, you now know how to set up a giveaway that is no longer going to lose you money, but actually make you money. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump back in at the end of this video just because I need to let you know how important it is to keep this opportunity pipeline updated. And what I mean by that is we go into the automations, we go into the giveaway, we go into the entry submission and pretend this giveaway is over and say these contacts here that at the drip stage. And depending on your ad spend, you're probably going to have a couple hundred contacts here. And that means everybody has been sent this email. And within the email, it says to claim your 20% off, tap the Linktree link and send me TAT20 on either my Facebook, my Instagram, or my WhatsApp. And high level isn't going to know if somebody's gone ahead and done that. So even if somebody sent you TAT20, they're still going to be at this drip mode. And that means that there might be a chance of them getting this SMS, and we don't need them to get the SMS because we're already in conversation with them. So what you need to do is, I'm going to go back to the workflows, back to the opportunities, and let that load. And for example, say Harry Giveaway has sent me the code TAT20 on Instagram. Now, high level isn't going to know that, but what you can do is, so as soon as that person sends you that code, search the opportunity up here, because you're going to have, let's say, a couple hundred leads here. So search the opportunity, search for their name, so Harry Giveaway. And what you want to go ahead and do is just move that card over here into in combo. And then if that person there is still in the drip workflow, then this is going to remove them so they're not going to get that automated SMS as they don't need it because we're already in conversation with them. So that's going to save you some money. But yeah, I just wanted to jump back in and just let you guys know how important it is to keep this opportunity pipeline updated. But yeah, that's it, guys.